You'll be fine. You'll be fine. You're all good.
Don't mess up. It's very important. You don't mess up.
I won't mess up.
You can't mess up because otherwise we have to just kick you off
Yes, you'll be
the
done.
second you mess up.
This will be worse than
Okay.
Survivor. This will be like,
What's Survivor? I feel like that's not a.
It's like
You never saw that show?
kind of like Shipwrecked.
Castaway.
Well,
Yeah. Oh, okay.
Survivor, where
Yeah.
they vote people off the island.
Yeah. Kind of like Shipwrecked. That's
Okay.
yeah.
Okay.
Team UK.
Apparently, we got to talk about British stuff because the stupid American, here he is again. Don't know what he's talking about. What is up, everybody, and welcome to another episode of Breaking Bells. I am Bobby, the Nintendo Guru, joined by the amazing, the wonderful Holly.
Hello.
We got the awesome Bean with us this week, Holly.
Yeah, Bean Machine.
And so far, it's been pretty amazing to have her here with us. And
Yeah.
today it's actually on her channel. So if you're new to Bean's channel, before you continue to watch, hit the subscribe button, please.
Well,
That would be
yeah, we'll
amazing
wait.
if you did.
We'll wait until you've done it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got nothing to do. I got nothing
Yeah,
better to do.
yeah,
I'm
okay.
gonna Jay Gasma. I'm gonna read my phone now. Since
Yeah,
you wanna-
I
since
need
you
to
wanna-
kind of check up on my socials.
Since you want to call me out in the comments. So anyway, Bean, what's your what's your what's your topic for today?
You that you actually just really said that.
Why? Listen. This is why they're here. They love when I take shots at them. Everybody loves when I take shots at them. It's the best thing.
So you guys, my topic is one that I sort of wanted to ask you both, like personally, anyway. So
Oh.
why not ask you on the podcast? So you two have both got a second Switch. I don't. Well, I do, but it's my husband's, and I don't think he wants me to use it. But that's
Oh
beside
no.
the point. But you've got a second island. What I want to know is what tips and tricks did you take with you? What things have you learned in, like, obviously you already put the hours into it, so not from other games, not from anything else, from this game, what had you learned and taken with you? And then sort of for me, is it if I was going to restart, which I wouldn't do 1,200 hours in, that would kill me.
Don't do it.
What would I do? So there you go. That was my topic.
So, I think it's a couple of things. Now, to be fair, my second island, I turned into a games island. I originally had ideas of designing it and building it. I just lost touch of that. I'm in the market to buy a third big Switch that I can stream and have an island on. I have 6 Switches now. I am a madman. But to have 4 Switch Lights and I can't stream those.
Yeah.
that's the only thing.
So annoying.
Yeah, that's the only thing holding me back. So that being said, when I thought in my head, like, okay, we are going to be designing this island from the start, what am I going to do for this? I went into it with the idea of, number one thing that I wanted to make sure of was the locations of the mouths of my rivers and my residence center. Because those are the 3 things that you cannot change at all.
Yeah.
The mouths of the river, you're going to have 2 of them, and where are they going to be located at? Because you can never change them. So those 2, and then the residence center. Where is that going to? Unless you're Kato. Kato doesn't care. Apparently, it doesn't matter. It's a waste of space.
You're so mad about that.
I love you, Kato. And so otherwise, it's where you're going to place it at is what it boils down to. So those are. I'll let Holly go now, but those are, I think, starting the island. Those are the main things, and don't be afraid to restart if you have to. Like, just restart it up and go back in and just start from scratch and let them give you the next 4 islands or whatever. So.
Yeah, definitely. Okay. This is so silly. I don't know why I did this, but so of course the slog to 3 stars it just feels like a nightmare, especially if you don't time travel, especially like I managed to blitz through it in felt like, well, it was about a day and a half of me constantly time traveling, constantly doing stuff. Because, okay, having a first island, going over to a second island, just the moment that you can have friends over, just transfer a bunch of stuff over. Transfer some stones, some wood, some twigs, or branches, whatever, some weeds. Just do it, because I was so silly and I just completely forgot I had a first island. So I went out and harvested these things. I was asking people for peaches. I was asking people to make me things that I could like a stone table. Oh no, I need to go out and find the stone. I must have spent 5 hours sourcing the materials. So just take it from me, right? Don't see it as defeat. Literally transfer just a couple of stacks of each item. You're going to need the iron anyway to like build stuff. Don't do what I did. When and if I get a third switch, I'll know. Third time lucky, I won't do that. So transfer, like, get a pocket full of stuff, transfer it over, a stack of each thing, you know, some bells. I would definitely recommend 500k. Yeah. Like, I know that seems like a lot, but the storage though, the storage was also really difficult, because I was like, I have no storage, but I've just dumped all of these, you know, items off. So that would be my
the major thing that I would tell you is, especially if you know you're going to get a Switch, save every single DIY that you have.
Yeah.
Any extras, all your duplicates, don't sell them, don't trade them, just hang on to them, and then take them over and give them to yourself, so that way you have a bunch of DIYs at the start of the game.
Yeah, because what I ended up doing was, in the Discord, I was just like, I need to like learn a load of DIYs, and like I'm at a point now where I don't feel guilty taking DIYs, because they are so annoying. We have no storage. They just litter the beaches. So like I would go over to multiple people's islands and I would take a good chunk, you know. So I would definitely say, if you are looking to as well, if you are looking to get a second Switch or a third Switch or whatever, a different island, speak to your friends, your community, and be like, look, I know it's probably tempting to bin those DIYs, but don't bin them, because I'm going to need them. Yeah. Like, I'm going to need those. So make people aware. Yeah. Because no one really, there's just, it's almost a chore to sell them. It's a chore to try and store them somewhere, you know, unless you make a DIY shop, which is not a permanent thing, I think, for most people. Yeah. Just be like, guys, I'm going to need all your DIYs, so keep them. Hold on to them for me.
Bean, what do you have to add to the conversation here?
Right, so to mine, so obviously mine would be for us to restart. Mine's a bit of an embarrassing story, because... No, right. When I was playing the game, like I said, it's my first Animal Crossing. I only got it because one of the YouTubers that I watch, nothing to do with Animal Crossing, was on about this game like months, it feels like years ago. She was on about how it's coming out to the Switch, and I just wanted it because we got on lockdown, and I literally, there's me going along doing my happy-go-lucky thing. I had no idea what time traveling was or how to do it until 200 hours.
Oh, that is yeah.
Well, I mean, at least you weren't like me that was like, I'll never time travel. And then like it got to the point where I was like, okay, I need to time travel because I can't stand waiting for stuff to get built.
Yeah, that is the only reason I time travel. I have not done the whole time travel to collect everything because I like collecting everything. Yeah. I do like for instance, I only need one more fish, and I've got a few more days of this month left to get it. Because I missed it the first time round, because I didn't realise that they go away. Yeah. This is the thing. It's like, I suppose, new game naivety. But new game naivety. Rookie mistakes. But yeah, I didn't know, and I went to. It was my first friend's island, and she's a friend that I knew that had the game. She's been a fan all the way through, and I was like, whoa, what's this? And I didn't know about paths or anything. And then she goes, oh yeah, I time travelled. And I was like, what's that? And she just goes, oh, you just changed the time on your Switch. And I was like, oh, I never thought of that. And I just felt so stupid. So
that's so
if
funny.
I was to restart, I would get to 3 stars as quickly as I can, because I know how to do it now.
Yeah.
But at the same time, it's like, for advice for anyone that say if you haven't got it yet, 6 months on, is it legible to? No, that's the wrong word. Is it viable to still start the game? Yes, definitely. But don't feel guilty about time traveling. I know the community joke about dirty time travelers, but it's not. it's like Bobby was saying, to get things built quicker. It's a lot. It makes the game so much more enjoyable because
It does for sure. Like, you know, and if people want to play like the sort of like slower, kind of gradual slice of life sort of, you know, if you're playing for a couple of hours a day or an hour a day when you've got a little bit of free time, like, then yeah, you probably don't need to time travel. Fair enough. But when you're like playing it constantly, like, don't be afraid of it. Don't be afraid at all.
No.
It's in there for a reason.
We talked about this a couple episodes ago, or this earlier this week. There's no punishment to this game.
Yeah.
No.
Where in previous versions you would lose villagers. You would come back and there'd be villagers would just move out on you. So you were always leery against time travel. So that was number one. Number two, you would also get a boatload of weeds, which would then affect your score of your town and drive the score down. So you'd have to go clean up all the weeds every other day when you time travel. That was another issue. Another thing, your flowers would die, so you'd lose your hybrids. You would lose all your flowers. You don't have that issue no more. And then the final thing was that horrible flower that could spawn.
The Rafflesia.
Yeah.
The Vileplume.
And you could never get rid of it. And it was kind of like a scarlet letter. So people
Yeah,
came
it
to your
was.
island, they knew you time traveled.
Yeah, it was literally like you've been branded.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, honestly, after
That's
this,
mean.
after this, just Google Animal Crossing Rafflesia.
Yeah, it was crazy. It was crazy. So
Yeah.
with that, like, that's why I ultimately what I turned around and started to time travel. The reason why was I was like, this is disrespectful to me, Nintendo. The fact that I play this game in a pure sense,
Yeah.
and I have to sit here and wait for a day for this stupid bridge to build.
Yeah.
Not only that, like, it's not the fact that the bridge don't build, it's the fact that I can't do anything else. I'm stuck sitting here for a day.
He's
I was
like, oh no, sorry, my hands are full.
Yeah.
Soz. Can't do
So,
anything else.
okay, you don't want to hire more raccoons, you bum? I'm going to go move. So
Yeah.
I time traveled. So that's
It
why I
was
started time
such
traveling.
time travel this
Yeah.
game, really. I really
agree.
think that.
So don't think that. If you're new to the series and all that, like, go time travel. Go
Yeah.
figure it out and do that. I mean, I don't know what else I would tell somebody that was new. I would definitely, for me, here's the thing. Let me back it up. Until you get to 3 stars, don't be in a rat race. I mean, if it's a second island, go ahead. If it's your second, and I guess that was stupid for me to say because that's what we're talking about, second island. Make it a rat race. Just tear it down. Just get 3 stars as quickly as possible. Get to that
don't
point where you can
bother,
start.
Just like what I did was I moved all my villagers' homes in this really clustered area, and then I just got them in really, really, really quickly, and then just
Stockpile Nook Mile tickets as hard as you can.
Yeah.
Because when you get to terraforming, you have to buy all that stuff, and you forget that.
Yeah.
The other thing I was going to say as well, if I was to restart, I would get up before 12 o'clock on a Sunday.
That's
sounds bad.
Daisy May.
I didn't meet Daisy May until 400 hours in.
Oh my god.
Oh
I
my
didn't
goodness.
know who she was.
That's
I
so
literally-
funny.
I was literally, somebody was like, I was looking on Twitter, just scrolling through, and somebody was like, on my feed, I was like, oh, I got this for turnips. And I was like, what the hell is a turnip?
That's so
And then-
funny.
Yeah, I know. You rookie mistake. But yeah, buy turnips.
I have just one other thing. So going from my first island to my second island, I was like, oh, this will be fine. I'll transfer a bunch of materials over. But the one thing that I did not consider was my catalogue. I did not consider.
Yeah.
I have nothing in my catalog.
Yeah.
So if you can, try and get yourself like booked in with these like catalog parties from the get-go.
Yeah.
Like if you've got a lot of Nook Mile tickets, I know some of them charge 50 to 100 Nook Mile tickets to literally catalog everything. Even if it's not everything, just the basic stuff, just the staples, you know, kitchen stuff, all of that. Even go to like multiple mini ones, because then exactly what I did, I sped up to 3 stars. Well, I didn't have anything to actually use.
Yeah.
Like I didn't have this in this color, whereas because on my other island I'm up to 1500 hours, I kind of had everything.
Yeah.
But only because I'd gone through and traded and learned, and whereas I didn't have that. So try and get yourself in some cataloging parties.
I think, to play devil's advocate though, a little bit, I feel like just enjoy the game. Like
yeah.
You have a second island. Don't be. You might want. For me personally, I would say rush to terraform and
Yes.
then slow down.
Yeah.
And enjoy the game as it comes to you at that point. Just because the terraforming kind of is fun to do. But like the one thing that I did too was I took a bunch of Nook Mile tickets over and dropped them off, and then I basically started villager hunting then, because I didn't realize the first time that like you could do this multiple times.
Yes, that was a huge thing for me. I was taking all the uglies. I didn't want the uglies.
Yeah.
Like,
So
What?
when you have
Straight away, you can go and you can do it straight away.
yeah, because you have open spots, so he'll tell you like, okay, we need to start inviting people.
yeah.
So you put a plot out, right? You drop the plot and then get over and start going, because he'll fill it quick.
That's how, he fills it really quick. And I will just say that I did a stream on a Saturday and a Sunday. I managed to get 5 villagers on those days because I just put down a new plot, time travel forwards. Oh, get a villager, time travel forwards, get a new plot, time travel, blah, blah, blah. That's how I managed to get so many villagers in those couple of streams. It is so ideal. There's no waiting for anyone to get kicked out. There's none of that. It's just like spot on.
They don't tell you this, so like me telling you guys, like veterans of the game, going, yeah, I didn't see Daisy May until that. You guys shaking your heads, but honestly, Sundays mornings are worth it for Daisy May.
You know what she's telling? You know what she's telling you, Holly? Is while the rest of us looked at this last September video update that they gave us as whatever, she's going like, oh, let me get my notebook out and write this stuff down.
Fishing. I didn't even realize we could fish in this
She's
game.
like the
Bloop.
bloop.
Wait for the bloop.
What's the bloop? Oh my god.
Oh my god, I've never caught a fish before, but now I know what I have to wait for.
So that is all. Thank you guys for watching another episode of Breaking Bells. Hopefully you enjoyed it. If this is your first time seeing Breaking Bells, be sure to go back to Holly's channel, to my channel. This way you guys can catch up the entire week that we had here over on the funness of Breaking Bells. Remember, every Monday, Wednesday, Holly's channel, Tuesday, Thursday, my channel. Today it's on Beans. Tomorrow we're going to have a wrap up on my channel. That is all. Peace out, Preston.